up to Earth Spirit with a Bane. Like you're gonna get silenced, you're gonna get stunned. It's not gonna happen. Whereas the Blink Lasso is very reliable, so you definitely need that Blink. Like he's the only reliable playmaker that they had, and he was having the toughest game. So it was a bit unfortunate for Navi. Like had the Draw had a worse game, it would have been easier for Navi. The Batterer was actually the hero that they needed to help.
Oh. Already.
Ready? There we have a draft.
There's a draft. We're doing the button. All right, hit the button.
Hit the button. You can
Despite
do it,
us
Sam.
being in draft.
Should I hit it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we better hurry up. This is...
What's happening?
Oh my
god. The animals have taken over.
No!
No!
That is horrible.
Don't go back there. Oh my
Who's
god.
taking care of our
It's
production?
everybody. It's Vape Man.
I see Vape Man. I see Fluffy. Fluffy is alive.
Is that Fluffy?
I
Oh
see
hell
Fluffy.
no! If that's Fluffy. Oh hell
Yeah,
no!
it's Fluffy.
I'm
right
out of here.
I also see a Kappa face.
Oh, that's nice. Well, it's the whole crew. Vape
Can
Man,
we get
Mr.
the
Beaks,
production on full screen for a second, please?
Captain Horse,
Chicken.
Chicken. Oh, Chicken's what? Chicken's getting funky.
What's happening? Chicken.
Okay, production crew does not listen, by the way.
We don't have a production crew.
Those are animals.
I don't know what that
They know what they're doing.
It's an actual animal house back
The
there.
zoo took over is what happened.
All right, well, draft coming in here in the animal house. I wonder who's going to take over, if it's going to be like the book. I think Vape Man's like the most human, right? Yeah,
like the
Vape
book.
Man! Represent, homie! Mr. Horse has never really been a big player.
Fluffy's just gonna kill everybody.
Fluffy is a ghost. Mr. Chicken, he's a hard worker. He's putting in the most
he's
work.
eating.
He's getting some food. Mr. Horse has not done a single goddamn thing this tournament, except for pick his mouth.
No, Mr. Horse brought the pie.
Mr. Horse brought
the
some
cake.
pie.
Brought the cake.
Not the best hero. Back in the Vape Man's always representing. There he is again. What a showman. And then Fluffy, the demonic bunny, he's just kind of in the back. Mr. Beaks, what's he doing? I don't know. And then I think is that just Scriff behind everybody? Is he even in a costume?
No, Scriff is supposed to be the Vape Man.
No,
isn't he?
don't give away
No?
Vape Man's secret identity. Is
Sorry.
that weapons? Is that weapons back there? Just normal human weapons?
No, I don't think there's any humans in there.
All right, good. I see. Well, this is as terrifying as things get. Thanks, guys. Hey, you're getting a lot of work out of those costumes. Speaking of terrifying things, talk to us about this draft there.
I was too focused on the animal thing. About the draft, well, so far it's quite stable. I'd say like the bands are the same. The only very surprising pick is the Juggernaut first phase. That's not something that you see often. I would say it's a pretty good answer to the Earth Spirit. Like the Healing Ward is really good against the Magnetized. Just helps you sustain the damage. Now they have Juggernaut Witch Doctor. I'd say they're counter-picking the Earth Spirit in a sense. It's actually not easy for Earth Spirit to gang those heroes, and like
What
the
is this?
global healing from
What does
Navi,
that sign say? I can't see.
you're looking at a pushing lineup with the
The
Witch
sign?
Doctor and the Juggernaut.
Probably says Vape Nation.
No, please. Vape. Oh no,
I don't think
Fluffy's
it says
moving
that.
out.
Oh no.
What do we got here? Fluffy, stay away from the camera.
Fluffy, go away.
No,
Go back to the corner.
No, you go back to hell.
It's actually so
Go
scary.
back.
The power
to the
of Dota
corner.
compels you. No, Fluffy, please.
Oh.
Please, Fluffy, go back home. Go back to your grave. Shiver, I kind of want to send you back there. Can you get them?
No
Can
way.
you get them to do some work?
I'm
We'll
not gonna
take
go
over the draft.
Excuse me.
Go back there and get them to work.
Excuse me. Did you just see Fluffy?
I can't get near Fluffy. And I think
Exactly.
you can't. Shiver, get back
no,
there and
you
get
just-
them to get back to
You
work.
want me to die? No.
Get in there,
No.
Shiver.
No. Vape Man, you are our savior. Please kill Fluffy. Thank you.
Okay, draft. We gotta talk Navi here. We got.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh my God!
No.
That was not a hug. Fluffy's out! Oh my God, Mr. Beaks!
He got it.
He's unloading. Mr. Beaks is having quite the corny
I
trip
thought
today.
it was a hug.
That was no hug, Shiver. That's the second time Fluffy died today.
Oh my
around
God.
DreamLeague. Oh my God.
That's actually horrible.
Vape Man's he's too blazed to do a damn thing about it.
This is true.
He's at it. And Mr. Horse, characteristically, has not moved an inch. You lazy ass horse. Damn.
Where's the cake horse?
All right, anyway, draft. we got Bat Riders.
What's happening with the draft? I mean, they picked Oracle to counter the Lasso. Like, it's a great hero to have. Honestly, Oracle, Venge, the two of the best heroes to have against Batrider. Probably not the best heroes to have on the lane, but later in the game, it's pretty good. And it's most likely going to be a Scandal Batrider mid. So that shouldn't be an issue for Oracle to deal with him. Navi still didn't really reveal what they want to do. They probably want a 5-man. When you run a Juggernaut Witch Doctor lineup, like you're really good at sieging towers and overall just sustaining the. Yeah, that's Lycan. So now it's even more push. But this is very interesting. Juggernaut Lycan in the same game, in the same lineup. So it means that the Juggernaut is either mid. It could also be a Lycan. But my prediction is that we're going to see Dendi on another very unconventional hero. Actually, Juggernaut mid is a very good answer to Bat Chatter. It's a very good hero to have versus Bat Chatter because you just spin and remove the. You don't take any damage from Firefly.
No.
No, there's another fight happening.
No.
What's happening?
No.
No, it's not go.
Don't go in. Don't go in the back room. Don't go.
No.
Don't go
kidding
back
him.
there.
I'm not gonna help you out, buddy.
I'm not gonna help you out.
Yeah, good luck there.
Yeah, told you to not go back there.
Jesus Christ.
Serves you right.
It's lost. It's lost. There's no one back there. They're all dead. Anyway, how's the draft going?
We have
It's
a
going
Night
better
Stalker
than.
ban.
It's going better than whatever's going back there.
It's lost. There's no one back there. The humans are gone.
Oh God.
It's an animal house.
We took over.
Sweet God.
Okay,
so we're
so a lot
most
of
likely
push
gonna
on
see.
Navi.
Yeah, a lot of push. Most likely a Juggernaut mid. I'd say it's better. I think it's a very good matchup actually for the Juggernaut. Probably not first, like until he gets level 3, because the first spin is like pretty long cooldown. So he might he's gonna do well in one of the wave, and then the second wave is gonna be tricky. But like as soon as he reaches level 3, he's gonna do fine on that lane. So that's Ember Spirit carry, Prophet off lane, and Magnus. That's interesting. So it's probably an aggressive or a Juggernaut. Okay, this is really tough to call. I would see it's gonna be Juggernaut offlane. Okay, that's interesting.
Dendi Magnus?
Dendi
I love
Magnus.
that. He is the Magnus that actually built Battle Fury. And I've once seen him play Magnus where he had like
Oh,
Battle
no
Fury,
way.
a Crystallis,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was insane. And it was nuts. Obviously he had a Blink Decker too, guys. Don't worry.
Pocket strats,
But
boys.
it was
Nah,
great.
He's not gonna get it this game for sure.
I don't think
It's
so
gonna
either,
be
but
standard.
I can hope.
You can hope. But
You gotta call it though. Who
It's
do you
not
think
gonna
is gonna
happen.
take this game? I believe in Navi. I'm just gonna not wait for
Done.
expert. I'm not gonna wait for your opinion either.
Navi.
Navi, let's do it.
Navi here
Magnus
knows
Dendi.
they know exactly what they're doing, or they have no goddamn idea. Either way, I'm on the
No.
Navi trip. Come on, Navi.
Come on, man. Jump on the Navi train.
2-2.
There's space for
We're
three.
leaving the station.
I don't know
There's
who's
space
gonna win
for
the
three.
game, but I know the Empire lineup is better and more balanced. So
But
I'm
there's
gonna go for
space
Empire.
three.
I'm gonna go for
Oh,
Empire.
All right.
You ruined that train.
No way. There's no way.
You can have your choice there. No worries about it. Well, we're going to be hyped on this train.
We are definitely. Navi is gonna take this one. Let's hear what our commentators have to say. Game 2, Empire versus Navi with Draskell and Odie Pixel.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Game 2, Empire Navi. I'm OD Pixel, I'm here with Draskell. The game is underway, let's get ourselves in. And Andy, we are indeed seeing it. It's the whole Magnus from Navi, the classic, the old school. We love it. It's going to be quite a spectacle, and it is going to be general on the Juggernaut, as well as having Lycan in the team as well. I mean, break this down for me, Andy. What is going on?
Well, on Navi's side, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I kind of understand the offline Juggernaut in a way. It's pretty good actually against Ember Spirit. You know, you can just spin away from any gang coming away. It's going to be quite hard for them to kill him. You can go back for Iron Talon a little bit later on if you want to just go jungle, and you have Empower to fall back on as well. So you can always make your way back into the game, and Healing Word's going to be great for when you're sieging with your Lycan, or you want to try to go for some kind of early Roche. So there's some synergies there. The problem is I feel like their lanes are really weak. Okay, you know, Seth was saying Oracle is not really the best laning hero. Witch Doctor is quite a bit better than him, but I feel like Empire can just do so much more in the laning phase because they have Earth Spirit. You know, Venger's a pretty good hero at rotating. Bat Rider mid is pretty hard to deal with as well, especially for a mag. I just feel like Scandal's going to get pretty much free farm. Navi are going to have a hard time making rotations actually work for them because they're rotating for a Magnus. And I guess we're actually going to be seeing a dual lane here mid. They're not going to go for the Bat mid. They're just going to send Ramses here.
I mean,
And-
is this the best way to deal with it?
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's definitely fine.
Okay.
Like, against melee heroes, Ember does more than okay. They'll probably have to camp at least one support here. Aposhka's probably going to be spending quite a bit of his time.
Oh, Rowan as well as Seneko came in fairly deep. It's going to be slowed, but at this point, I mean, level 1 Ember, it's always going to be hard really to find a kill with this in the mid lane.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't really see Navi getting a kill here. If anything, I think they probably just kill the Oracle if Seneko ever gets out of position. It's quite hard to kill Mag, though, because he can just skew her out. And then we have the bottom lane, which is going to be Venge, Furion versus Witch Doctor Lycan. Pretty favored lane for Empire. No real question there. You can't really fight against Treants, unfortunately, and then there's Avenge to back him up just in case you ever find an opportunity to go in. So yeah, I'm feeling like, you know, Navi are going to have a pretty okay time here, and if they are forced into tri-laning, it's probably going to be worse, but if they can just put 2 heroes mid and just, you know, contest Ramsey's farm a little bit and make sure Nenny gets his blink, they might be okay. But if their lanes go badly for them, it's going to be like game 1 pretty much.
Well, bottom lane, it's kind of kicking off here. And Artstar, well, they're going to turn around on him, and one more right click should do the job, and it will. Afterlife gets himself first blood. It may pay with his own life as Ditcher and Snake can move in, but nope. They haven't got the control to follow that through. And indeed, we saw Navi trying to lead in there with the Oracle and follow through with the Witch Doctor, but Empire there to turn around and punish it on the bottom.
Yeah, this one might be spread a little bit too thin coming out here from the Seneko art style duo, just in terms of what their lineup can actually do. It's just showcased right there. You have 3 heroes, you still lose a fight. You can't fight against Furion and the Venge together. If he has too many Treants out, you're just going to die to them, so. Yeah, I'm not sure, actually, what Navi do to play out of this. I mean, they sent Artstyle top. They decided, okay, it's probably not worth to have 3 heroes down here if we can't even win the lane regardless. But if you can't win that lane, and you can't really kill the Batrider either, and Batrider can always come back just through jungle stacking, I feel like they're not really going to be able to pressure a lot. It's very unconventional from Navi, to say the least.
I mean, so far, they are finding the CS. It's, you know, they're not being punished.
Yeah, they're hitting creeps.
They are getting the farm.
But I just feel like they're not punishing Empire either. And I feel in terms of timings, Empire's timing is really scary, and it happens pretty much as soon as Ramsey gets levels.
From Navi. They're looking to go for this, and they just walk straight round. They're going to look for Scandal. The bounces won't be there, though. The Blade Fury is not going to be enough damage. And now Miposki just moves in onto Artstyle, and Artstyle, that Voodoo Restoration is not going to be enough to keep him alive in general. After using the Blade Fury aggressively, he hasn't got it for the defensive, and now with 2 stacks of Napalm, it's going to be 2 kills on this top lane. An absolute mess from Navi. They tried to go for an incredibly greedy rat round as they cut themselves through the trees, and Empire just punish it.
They had such a low chance of killing either of those heroes, I don't even know why they went in. Like, they can just roll away from a Pushka, or we just saw that Scandal just pops Firefly.
Right, top lane as well. They're going to lose
He has no mana. Oh god.
Are they going to lose Artstyle again for the second time now? Looks like General... Yeah, it's going to be enough to push them back, but Pushka just out of range of the Blade Fury, so no damage will be done.
I mean, I guess on the bright side, Navi are winning mid. Like, Dendi is doing really well against the Ember right now. Sitting at 20 for 5, so he's definitely ahead of the Ember, but this is the problem, right? Empire can fight at such an early stage with their heroes. Like, Ember is great at early skirmishes because he takes pretty much no magical damage, and, well, Juggernaut's pretty much all magical damage until he gets items, because you're relying a lot on your spin. Lycan is pretty much the only one who really wants to punch you. The rest of the heroes rely on nuking. So Flameguard is phenomenal in the early game against these supports, and they're all going to be under leveled as well, so Ramses can just carry ATP, get 6, and just fight. Scandal just gonna be walking it off here. Cask not doing too much, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what, like, Navi... Oh, the deny.
King R? Hello?
He was probably looking somewhere else on the map.
I'm sure it was. Dendy's going to look for the TP out, but they've actually got a stunner from Miposki, and Dendy, he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, there's a third one as well as Afterlife comes through. A bit of a misplay there from Dendy, and it will get punished. It's a 4th kill for Empire. Top lane. General again, trying to find some action with Artstyle and this Blade Fury, but he's Scandal proving to be just that little bit too elusive, and they haven't really found the perfect opening with the bounces. And again, they see General using the Blade Fury aggressively, and they'll come back in to punish it. And with the rotation from Afterlife as well, it's an easy kill. A 5-0 lead now. They will indeed lose Scandal now. They might find Miposki as well as he gets bought low, and they will Seneko. Rectifying some of this for Navi.
The stun?
But Artstyle, he's going to go as well. With a wave of terror on him and a couple of right clicks from the 2 of them, he is down. So it's 7 for 2, favouring the side of Empire. You saw Seneko coming in nearly trying to make the place to turn it around, but still, this laning stage, in terms of the kills, a bit of a mess for Navi, but still, as you said, a lot of eyes on Dendy. He is finding the farm mid.
Yeah, he's getting quite a bit, actually. Doing very well, like we mentioned, against the Ember already, but this is the thing. Dendy kind of needs Blink. It's very hard to utilize Magnus Reverse Polarity without a Blink Dagger because the range is not super large. Whereas Ramses can just go fight whenever he wants. He buys like a stick, he has Bottle and a TP Scroll. Anytime a skirmish breaks out anywhere on the map, he can just TP in, Remnant forward, you know, go in and battle. So I'm kind of feeling like Empire want to continually dictate the pace of the game. Kind of similar to what they did in game 1, just fight non-stop, try to get your advantage, hold the advantage. And Na'Vi do have some pretty good comeback potential, though. That's one thing we can always look back to. Empower on Lycan, Empower on Juggernaut, they can farm, and they can go late. It's just their laning phase is they're just dying a lot. Like, they need to cut their losses and try to just farm up.
Oh, Ramses, I mean, then he's going to fight up against this. He has got RP if he wants to try and set something up with some sort of backup. And art style is there. Bottom, and Poshka just rolling himself away from Seneko. But I mean, at this point, Ramses has got to be careful. He gets himself low, and Dendi may very well look for an opportunity to open up. But I guess he does need the follow-up stun, because the danger of the Remnant away is always going to be up for this Ember Spirit.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes if the hero's at like half HP and you're playing Ember, you can like burst all your remnants on him at the same time and just, you know, just nuke him down straight up. But if he does that and he gets skewered back into the tower, then he has no escape. So it's a very all-in maneuver. So bottom lane, Seneko getting kind of chased here.
Indeed, they've got eyes on into him, but at the same time, you've got the wolves coming back through and the ult as well from Tijera. Howls up, and they've got it for Afterlife. They get the control. Afterlife's going to try TP. There should be enough damage to take him down, and only just. They will find him, but Poshka's going to try him well. They've got the damage by the looks of it again. Oh! Only just out.
That was so close, actually.
And mid lane, it looks like RP was indeed popped to find themselves that kill onto the Venge. So Na'Vi do find themselves a second.
All right. I think that the one thing we can look to Na'Vi's lineup and say they have something that is really scary is the idea of two very high physical damage heroes that both have Empower and are both melee.
Yeah.
So obviously when you're ranged, you don't gain the benefit of the cleave, but just the ability to farm the map and their pushing potential as well is going to be ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, but you're talking about the wombos. I mean, Dendi, 1 RP into an empowered Omni Slash, and
oh god, yeah.
My goodness.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's actually
he's going to go for this.
about that.
Ramses. Chains up again in 6 seconds. He's trying with the Remnant Burst. One more right click will do it, and it's a nice clean play. The question is, can he get himself out? It looks like he should be alright, only like TPing and no control from him. Talking about control, their bottom lane, there's more than enough onto Seneko. The Poshka rolls in, King R with the follow-up.
I mean, they're falling prey to exactly what we were saying before. The supports on Empire just has such an easy time rotating, because like the Earth Spirit goes in, the Prophet TP's on top of the Earth Spirit roll, and then the hero just dies. Like Witch Doctor and Oracle are not durable by any means. Witch Doctor has 1 armor, Oracle has 3, but it's a matter of Na'Vi's heroes just don't rotate. They're very stationary. Like Oracle can go from place to place, I suppose. Like Seneco's been doing what he can, but it just doesn't really seem like it's going to do enough. And just because of that fact alone, it puts Na'Vi behind in the lanes. Because look at how many kills Empire are just able to secure. Because of Earth Spirit, because of Furion, because of the Venge.
Never mind. Ditch her up. And Ramses having to go at each other for a bit. And looks like no one in danger of dying. For Ramses, maybe eyeing up this one. Ditch her up. Oh man, and help from Ramses. He's going to go in with the Remnant. He's got the backup of Afterlife as well. Tijera trying to man fight. He's got some life still. He might just keep himself alive. No, the final right click from Afterlife will seal the deal. They'll get themselves the kill. Ramses, he should be fine getting himself out as well. They do have vision on him, but he's backed up by Afterlife and King Art. They've also got a sentry down, so they'll turn around, look for a bit of dog abuse, and they will be fine. But 10 for 4. Empire certainly going to be happier with the startings of this game, but a lot of eyes on Dendi. He is working his way towards that Blink Dagger, and 1 Blink RP can definitely secure an easy team fight for Na'Vi if he finds the opening. Yeah,
there's no real problem killing after you get the RP. The question is, can you get the RP? Yeah. A lot of these heroes don't really have to be close to each other, you know? It's not like he's playing against 4 or 5 melee cores. It's like Ember can stand on the outside of the fight, Bat Rider is only going in by himself most of the time. Earth Spirit, again, can initiate from very long range, so it's difficult to find opportunities to just hit the RP. Oftentimes, what we'll probably see is just 1 or 2 targets. You know, he just goes for it, tries to get the kill really quick, and then they just disengage, because that's a safer way of doing it.
Right, they're going to try to scan up the cast, and is they going to get a lucky bounce? It doesn't matter here. Seneko with a control. He's not going to be able to quite nuke down Scandal. Is going to end up healing him.
That is mega unfortunate they didn't get that kill. They should be able to get the tower, though.
They've certainly got push here, Na'Vi. Dendi's, how's he doing on that Blink Dagger? He's got to be close. Oh, he is, just 200 gold, and he'll have it this camp. Going to put him very much near that Blink Dagger. And this is going to be a good time for Dendi. We've already talked about the fact that he was having fun in CS in the lane, and yeah, okay, he's got it now.
Yeah, the item timings for Na'Vi, the only one really I feel that matters that much, I guess, besides maybe book 3 on Ditira is just getting the blink on Dendi, so him having it at 10 minutes is more than okay.
Very, very good. Scandal might just try for this hit. Gets out the lasso. He has got Poshka moving in as well. Artstar does have a few members around him, but the burst is too much. They'll get themselves to pick up on the witch. Ramsey's here. Oh, hello, Courier. Nah, he's not going to get it. Is he still going to try for it, though? He's maneuvering around. He's going to come back in, spots out Ditchera, but yeah, he's going to play it careful. Still working towards what I imagine this is indeed going to be the spots first. Ember. There's now a blink on the bat here as well. So both teams with the blinks out. Dandy, eyes onto Afterlife. Gonna blink in, gets the skewer slow, but drum, and it's popped by Afterlife. General moving in as well. He's got an Omni Slash. They're not gonna mess around. They'll get themselves the kill, but it does cost them the 2 ultimates there.
Yeah, it's okay though. I think killing the Fury, and it's worth spending an Omni and an RP, just because he's the one who really supplements the push the most on the side of Empire. So it's not like you kill the Bat or even the Ember, and then the Furion gets a tower because you were killing him and dropping ults into that hero instead. So it's a good pick for sure. They are getting mid counter pressured a bit.
Nice stun onto Ditchera. The roll for as well with Ramsey.
Yeah, it's man,
so much damage.
What a hero.
Oh, Artstar! It's a good attempt, but not good enough.
He did his best.
He did. I mean, they're certainly not pushing the tower anymore. They're out of there.
Yep.
Tower equals defended.
Yeah, I think trading core for core, it's not too bad. Maybe slightly favoring Empire because it was their safe laner that died on Navi. But it's a really weird game because normally you look at this lineup and you think that there's like one really strong timing for them, and honestly, Navi can kind of fight as long as they have ultis. His general just gets evaporated there.
I mean, this is something that we can expect to see from Scandal, but we'll hold that thought because mid lane Ramses, running away, nearly getting nuked down. Should be enough heals, yeah, indeed, to save Artstar as he pops himself back up to full. But yeah, the Scandal bat, it's something that really is quite a spectacle. He's having a great game so far, and we can expect to see just as much of a performance as General gave us in game 1, if anything, maybe even more. Because Scandal on the bat is one of his highlights. Meposhka overrolling a little bit too far.
That was
get punished.
Mega misfire. He dropped a boulder, didn't smash it forward, then dropped another boulder, and by that time they saw him, so he missed, and then he rolled in and silenced as if he was going to hit, and then just dies. That was a pretty big misplay there.
Oh, Navi off the back of that opening. They'll look to take themselves a tier 1 in the mid lane.
Yeah, this is nice for Navi actually. I mean, they're behind in kills and everything, but you don't ever underestimate it, like what Empower gives you on these melee cores.
Oh, absolutely.
It is one of those heroes where, like you mentioned, one big RP can change the game, but just the idea of being able to farm that much more effectively throughout the entire game is also a really big deal. I think it was wasn't it Burn United that used to run bag lineups all the time?
Oh yeah, with Arise. Yeah, Arise used to do it all the time.
I mean, they would just pick like the same kind of lineup, 2 melee cores that farm a lot. One was the off lane, one was safe lane, and you would just chain empower them, and they would just go for any stage in the game. Good RP, good farm rate, you can just win.
And Dendi has got that RP back online. We'll see if he can find himself a pick. I mean, Ramses as well, level 11 at this point, did get the bot stun, so he's going to be able to continue to find the farm across the map. Also, getting lucky with his haste runes again, he's going to find himself another one. So, he's pretty much, if you're catching out, the only way you're catching this guy out surely is if you get good RP, because most of the time Ramses should be able to play around the lineup a lot of Navi.
There's not really a lot of catch, and that is a glaring issue of Navi's lineup, is that RP is literally the only way they're ever going to get a kill on Ramses, and that is very concerning. I mean, the one thing I would say probably for Navi's lineup that they have to always remember is pushing for them is still, you kind of want to do it because of the reason that we just mentioned. If the Ember just gets to the stage in the game where he can't be killed anymore because he just has like his blink up, he has too much damage or whatever, breaching high ground with Navi's lineup becomes so hard.
Spirit, he's going to reveal himself here. The pings are coming through, and yeah, but the death ward dropped. Meposhka's going to try and roll away, but General blocks it off.
That was such good positioning.
And now Meposhka, he's actually going to try for TP out. It's not going to work. Dandy's there as well to get the shockwave through, and they will find themselves that kill onto Meposhka.
This should very easily be a tier 1. Might even be a tier 2. Their lineup pushes very quickly. Healing ward, voodoo restoration, and empower on a Lycan and a jug means pretty fast push from Navi.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, it looks like they might even try and push again for a tier 2.
Yeah, it's like I said, they just killed them so quickly, and it's a very small commitment for them. Because all they have to do is just use Voodoo Restoration, and they just stay at full HP.
I mean, mid lane you got Arsene going for the push, but okay, Dendy pops the RP, the controller's there, Seneco's turned up as well, and they've caught the man. He's going to try for a TP out, but the nuke from Seneco will take down that Nature's Prophet. So Na'Vi, they're not going to find the tier 2 bottom, but they hold on to the tier 1 mid. And do get themselves again that important kill and Scandal. Omni slash down and Arcstar with the final touch to do it. Na'Vi are finding those pickoffs, they're finding those kills, and they're finding those objectives as well. I mean, Empire, they need to be careful about this one. And obviously at the moment they have got Ramses at the top of the board on his Ember Spirit, but they can't afford to lose that much at this stage of the game.
Yeah, those kills are going to be huge. It opens up the opportunity for Roshan. When you have a Lycan, you have Juggernaut, this tower, it's gonna die so fast.
Could you even think of doing anything if you're Empire that you just don't have the chance, right?
That is like your best Roshan hero, I think. Like in terms of vision, without the vision, it's just too hard to go in. Like the wave came out, but it was a little bit too late. I think they might have gone for a steal if Maposhka had seen it before it died, but without Batrider vision, it's very difficult for them to fight like that. I don't know, man. That's a really weird game. I'm pretty sure Empire, you know, maybe they've played against something like this that's similar from Na'Vi in the past, but I personally haven't seen them do this before.
I mean, it really is having both the Lycan and the Jug.
The Jug is pretty much only... I don't even know if they originally intended to put it where they did. I think it was just something that kind of happened, you know, through the draft, and they decided, okay, we'll just put it offlane and we'll pick it for healing ward, you know. And it's still not bad, because like I said, when you go in that late game, and you're going to be having a Magnus on your team as well, it does have late game potential. It's just very awkward, because you don't really have a super strong timing at any stage, other than literally just Magnus getting Blink, and getting your 2 cores farmed is just gonna propel you into the late game. That's it. Like, there's no hard timing where it's like, oh, we have BKB, we can fight, or oh, we get like this key initiation item on more than one hero and we can just go. Mag is the only one who gets an initiation item.
They're certainly looking up for the side of Na'Vi at this point. Diffusal Blade is nearly done as well on Jug.
Yeah, he's very farmed. As to be expected. The old bubble hands. A very good spell.
I mean, if you are Empire, how do you stop these kind of pushes, or do you just have to play for the split, kind of play for the rat at this point?
I think you kind of want to split, yeah. Because Navi's real test is going to be going high ground.
Yeah.
They don't have a really good high ground lineup. The only thing they can really do is like healing ward, Juggernaut spin, hits the tower, you know, Lycan puts wolves on it and whatnot, which is fine.
And of course, if Denny can get a good pick with an RP.
Yeah, but that's
the
really,
risky play.
really hard against Bat. And Venge as well. So like if you go on an RP and the Venge is like fast enough, you can just get swapped. Or the person gets swapped out, you know?
I mean, look at this Empire push. It's going to make short work of this tower.
They have a lot of sustain. They need to address this.
They are in danger of potentially losing Vincere. It's 18 minutes in if Na'Vi stick about.
They might actually just be too strong.
Yeah. This push, it's pretty insane. Empire and Hal. As half your rat's gone, the dogs come out.
Nice boulder smash. Can we follow it up with anything?
Well, we're seeing Miposhka move forward, gets the Magnetize out onto 3. Dichara has been left alone and will get lassoed. They'll get the kill onto the Lycan, but he's got the Aegis ready for round 2. Deathward getting dropped. Miposhka forced back. Now can Lycan get himself out? He's got the ultimate, but he's going to be magic missiled. They will punish the Lycan, but the racks are down, and Na'Vi, they just need to rinse and repeat this, and Empire just getting a Lycan kill off the back of it, that's not enough.
That was a much stronger push than I think even Empire anticipated, because they were a little bit lax getting back to base, you know what I mean? Afterlife kind of lingered in bottom lane for a little while. He wasn't expecting that, and the fact that Scandal wasn't there when the push was coming is also a really big problem. So normally what happens is when you go in...
top lane as well.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
But it's... If you're playing Bat and the enemy team has this high ground potential,
he's still got an Omni. He's still... Oh, no, okay, yeah, there we go. Using it onto Afterlife, trying to run, trying to hide, but he's dead. Double kill for Seneco. General, he's not done. He's maybe even thinking about looking for more. King R's there though, as well as Miposhka. The Blade Fury off the initial stun, and now he's going back in. Drops the Diffusal Blade onto Ramses. Ramses getting nuked down, and he will swap this one out. General trying to find him, but the kickback from Miposhka will save Ramses. Is he going to save himself? Miposhka, oh, he goes for the TP roll. He goes for the TP roll, and he's done it.
General is using so many Diffusal charges. He's just like using them all. He's like, I just want to kill. He's got one left. Oh, he just popped that.
He's going to get this. He is going to get it.
Dear God. Okay, yeah.
Oh. Ember.
This is a problem for Empire.
Right, he gets the chains out. With Maposka there as well, they should be able to find General. Oh, okay, no, sorry, there's an Oracle in the game. But it looks like they will have the damage to fight through False Promise. General. Nah, he's not going to be able to do that. Let's go straight through the Blade Fury. He's dead.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that was a lot of time spent for Empire dealing with that. Meanwhile, you look at the mid lane and Na'Vi, they're ready to get the second push into the high ground on.
They just keep pushing towers. I really think a lot of this was on Scandal not being ready for the high ground push. That was, I think, the biggest reason. Yeah. Like, there was no Firefly in front of the tower.
Oh, Dendy gets the RP onto the posture. Was duked out by the Ember.
I think they just won, actually.
I mean,
like, how did they stop Ditira with his book 3? They have no lasso.
Right, bit of the old Carl, eh?
Okay.
All right.
So, mistakes were made by Empire. Pretty bad mistakes, actually. Normally, you wouldn't be able to just casually walk high ground like that, but because no one was in position, Na'Vi just get the free racks. It's just Empire were slow.
They really need an answer. I mean, you look at the Ember. Has he finished his Battle Fury yet? He has got the Battle Fury now. He didn't have it for that top defense.
Yeah,
that's gonna help. That is gonna help.
One Rax isn't the end of the game by any means for Empire.
Hang on, there's Greaves on Seneca.
Okay, that man is farmed.
Yeah.
That is actually insane.
Let's have a look at his stat. He's picked up a few kills this game, hasn't he, on the Oracle?
Yeah. I mean, you get a lot of kills with that E, man.
He's got the KDA for carry here.
Yeah, that's a kill stealing ability right there for sure.
All right, he's loving it.
It's actually more efficient when you kill steal with it because you guarantee you're not going to heal the person.
It's true. It's the excuse that Seneca's been using this game to stop him from getting a report.
Now I've given every Oracle in matchmaking an excuse to just KS nonstop. It's like, I mean, technically it is better.
You might get jumped on it. He certainly will. Scandal not happy with the KDS. Seneca looking to add another D to him. And it's going to go up to 3.
Alright, so Empire gaining a little bit of composure here. They realized, they were out of position for the high ground defense top,
and this is nice as well. Just go from Empire. They find one pick off. They know they've got to try and find something else from it, and they smoke up, moving around the Radiant jungle. If they can catch Dendy here, that'd be nice. But Dendy, he has got that RP back up. If he can play around this, if there's any way that he's not the first one to get jumped on, he may be able to turn this for the side of his team. Ramses leading forward. He's going to look to see if he can find a jump in. Dendy moves into the tree lines. This is smart. Dendy can turn this round. Dendy can turn this around here. He may just do it. He's looking for the opening. He gets it. The RP on this dude's Dendy, hiding in the trees, catches them out. It's a beautiful play, and they may just get 3. Kinger looking for the TP out. Will he be able to make it? He will. Scandal trying to find some in return, moving forward, looking for Ditcheron. Ditcheron will tick down. Fire beat stop, but at the same time, Na'Vi get the tower, and that could have been a lot worse, but Dendy moves to the side, waits for the gank, comes in with the counter RP, and it was perfectly done.
Yeah, that was really nice positioning from Dendy. I mean, most of the time, you would probably be standing there anyways, Mag. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just have the Ember go in there and scout. Because that's what I would do as Ember, or, maybe the Bat Rider looks for him or something.
Oh, stop. He's got Witch Doctors. Aghanim's 22 minutes in.
That's what happens when you kill the base, man. Barracks give a lot of gold.
This is a rich art style.
But it's giving them the momentum to keep this pressure going. Empire have very little in the way of map control right now. The fact that they killed Lycan means they can get some of it back. But it's going to be another death ball high ground push, I think, soon, or maybe they just wait for the next Roshan because they know how easily they can kill it. And the pressure is on Empire. They're the ones that have to make the plays to bring themselves back into the game. And we're not even going to see a blink on the Ember. He's just going all damage. He's just going straight for the Crystallis.
I mean, that's the way to do it with this high ground defense, surely.
Yeah, you can't afford to go for blink if you don't have a base basically to defend. It's not the greatest play. I mean, just net worth wise, this offlane Jug has almost as much farm as the Ember. He's got more farm than pretty much everyone else in the game.
This actually could work out for Empire. I mean, you see Shadowblade just picked up by Dendy. At the same time, just literally seconds before, Scandal picked up a jab.
Yep. This is typical Bat Rider stuff.
So that Shadowblade, I mean, I guess it can happen, but if Scandal's about and he's Fireflied in the sidelines, and the side of Na'Vi don't realize, it could end up kind of being turned on its head, this Shadowblade purchase.
It just helps you get into position for your blink.
Yeah.
So you Shadowblade when you're really far away, and then you get into position to blink in with the Shadowblade, and then you go in. So it's a really strong combination for sure.
Oh, that's nice as well. The first time Artstar's got his Ags.
Nice. Congratulations.
He's going to be happy with himself.
It's a big day.
I mean, Ags Ether Lens, that's a fair bit of damage.
Yeah, it really is.
There we go. Smoke up from Na'Vi this time. Let's see what they can do. Moving down the mid lane. They've got all the tools available. They just need to try and find something at the moment. Empire, they're all split up across the map. There's no one at home to defend. They will be sure to back up fairly quickly as soon as they're aware of something. And it looks like...
They were just doing it for the Roshan timing, I think. They didn't necessarily.
I mean, sure, they just go and roast, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. They didn't want to actually. They didn't want to actually go high ground. They wanted to pick maybe if they were lucky and then roast, but they're gonna kill it insanely fast. So.
Roche has not got the chance here at all. A little bit one-sided.
They are kind of scouting it. The Pachka's in the area. There's a tree, but it's way too late. There's no way they can stop it. What a boulder, though. All right. So let's see if we have a repeat of top lane where Empire is not in position to actually defend.
And Ramses, you've got to get yourself out of it, son. And
ooh, that was a really nice timing. I don't think that he even felt that was going to hit. Because it's really hard to time that, you know? You have to count how many creeps are there and then, like, hope that your interval is right and then you just hit the RP on top of it. Because if you land the skewer, you can land the RP, but just way too hard to do that.
I'm interested move as well there for Na'Vi. They're not really pushing down the mid at the moment.
Nah, it's fine. I don't really think that... They have this crazy late game potential and they've already cracked one set of racks, so I think they're feeling fairly confident in taking the game a little bit later. Because they're going to see, you know, this Ember doesn't have the highest mobility items. If we catch him with a Shadowblade RP, which is another really good reason to buy Shadowblade in this game, it's really good against Ember.
Pushing Ember.
Yeah. Because normally you have to blink in, and sometimes when you go for a blink, you have to be in vision before the blink, which gives him time to react. But with a Shadowblade, you can just be on his face and just pop RP right out of it, and then he's dead. So it's definitely a strong item. And I mean, against Furion, same reason, right? There's a lot of rats in this game, and Shadowblade is the rat-killing item. Because none of these heroes, besides the Batrider, wants to carry a gem. They need their inventory slots for other things. So buying a Shadowblade means that if you do lose the map control even a little bit, Dendi can always be the playmaker for you.
And talking about Dendi being the playmaker, we are going to have Na'Vi coming in, and Dendi, he's got that RP. If they can find any kind of opening, if Empire leave the base, I mean, at this point, it looks like Empire, they're very comfortably standing on that high ground. They do not want to come down this mid lane. They know that Na'Vi's about.
If they lose a fight and they don't have buybacks on the right heroes, the game, it just ends.
Your base just disintegrates within a matter of seconds.
Yeah. There's a lot of empowers.
Yeah.
Juggernaut is very farmed as well.
Spamming out the slide, but still it's really not enough damage at this point to hold Na'Vi back. With the Voodoo Restoration as well, they've got so much to sustain with that and the healing ward. Heals for days for the side of Na'Vi. Miposhka, overstepping the mark just a little bit here, and Miposhka will pay.
Not the greatest. He did buy time,
a little bit too balls deep, quite literally.
He did buy time. Afterlife split pushing bottom right now, so he's forcing out a glyph already.
We'll put the buy back here on Miposhka, and yeah, as you said, Afterlife. I mean, let's see what Na'Vi do in reaction to this. They are sticking around looking for their own tier 3 opportunity to take in the mid lane, and they will find it. Now they move on to the rat scannel, jumps in, gets the lasso onto Seneko. Arsenal does drop the death board, and he has managed to find the kill onto Miposhka. That's a die back in the Earthquake. Dendi, RP onto 2. Dicharan moves in with the empower. They melt. There's a buyback from 2 of them, though. Ramses, 2 crits, and he's nearly down. Has to remnant away, but as you said, Afterlife, rat, he's managed to find himself the bottom. General nearly getting the kill onto Batrider again for the second time, and King RP goes down here. This will be a dieback on the bench. Afterlife come back for the defense, but General just working his way through the side, and there's 2 down now on Empire. There is a buyback available for Afterlife. Snako healing himself up into the control. Fortune's end onto King R. General just walking around, getting these crits in, but now he's been serious change. Held down, Scandal, he's down. No buyback for him as well, and now they've lost the base. No buyback for that either. 4 dead on Empire.
That might just be GG.
It certainly looks to be going that way. There's a buyback from Afterlife. Can the 2 of them hold this base? I mean, look at that gold exchange. That adds up to about a 7.5k swing here in this fight, 28 minutes in. Look at the silence from Zisha up, and again, the heals. They're too much. Ramses, he's trying to frontline. He's trying to spam out the side of fist. Will Ramman away.
They're so low.
Incredibly on Artstyle, that's going to go down. They managed to find Artstyle. They popped the Aegis. Seneko now needs to be careful. Miposhka TP's him, pops the magnetize straight away. He's not messing about. Can't quite get the physical damage in though. Snake's starting to heal up. There is control. He's being ticked down by the urn. Can Miposhka actually finish this one off? He'll roll forward, but again, the ball is off point. It's going to miss, and Seneko's actually got back up. Then he's turned up at Miposhka. He's the one in trouble. He turns around, gets a nice stun onto 2, but General's there as well. The side of fist. That nature's wrath! Afterlife, they've done it! Empire hold on to the game. God. They hold on to the game just like that. That sleight of fist, a huge nature's wrath. My goodness. And certainly that 7k goal swing we saw going the way of Na'Vi. I mean, that's a 5.5k going back the way of Empire.
Yep.
Oh, and the game is still on, Andy. The game is still on. Obviously, Empire 2 racks down. Na'Vi themselves, that 1 racks down thanks to the Afterlife split push.
This is so rough though for Empire because
and he's going Rapier.
Yeah, he has to.
Let's do it.
I don't think there's any other item.
Absolutely.
This is the problem though, right? Like the tier 3 tower is almost dead, which means that you have a fully exposed base against Lycan.
Yeah.
That is a big
Art
problem.
style. Now's not the time to do silly things, and he might have just done a silly thumb. Goodbye, Art style.
I mean, he's not having the best time.
Oh, look at the tower as well. And there will be a pause here.
I don't know. I think this is one of those situations where
Any
Afterlife was
last
down
words?
bottom for a really long time, right? So typically what you do on these heroes that split push a lot is you try to cut the creep wave. He could have cut mid with trees. Like, he was there for so long that he could have stopped like 2 or 3 creep waves from pushing down mid. And that literally makes somebody from Navi go back. Because if you can't like TP back to stop the Nature's Prophet, and he's cutting a wave and killing bottom at the same time, that means your entire push mid has to kill the wave, because otherwise it's backdoor protected. Top was pushed out past the river. So I think if he had sent trees to
He could
mid,
have actually stopped.
he could have stopped the whole push by himself. And he could have actually made them come back and deal with him instead, which obviously would have resulted in them not losing mid. But I mean, it's hard to think of that in the moment, you know what I mean? And maybe he only cuts 2 waves, but even that's a full minute where creeps just aren't there. And then all you have to do is have Ember kill the creep wave, and he doesn't have to commit for that. He just uses Sleight of Fist. He's already got Battle Fury. So you kill the creeps, and then Navi can't go high ground because of backdoor protection, and then maybe you have an opportunity to defend. But it's a hard game, obviously.
This is, I mean, at this point, with 30 minutes in, 22-22, you know, Navi, we've seen they've got an incredibly strong push, but Ramses, he's been playing this smart. He's got 17,000 net worth. He's closing in on that Divine Rapier. I mean, Rapier, crit, Battle Fury, Ember Spirit, that's probably one of the best answers you have to the kind of push that Navi keep bringing in. And Jay's just 200 gold away. And that is going to be done, that Rapier.
This is probably his only shot, actually, to deal enough damage to really carry the game. And it's great against Manta, Juggernaut, obviously.
Oh, yeah. It's great
the bonus
against
cleave.
the whole lot that Navi's throwing down these
This
rings.
is the thing, though, right? Because of the stage that it's currently at, if he had this Rapier for, say, like the mid defense, then I'd say they had a really good shot of actually bringing it back. But the thing with Navi's lineup now is that they can just Zerg bottom. Because the tower is so low, and they're going to have to pretty much pop Glyph instantly. They can bait out the Glyph, and then at some stage in the game, they can just send in a hero, and the Rax just dies. Like, you can suicide Lycan with BKB and Book, and the Rax just can't live. There's just no way you can save it. So they need to be active on the map. I feel like they can't let Navi get to their base at this stage, because if they do, they're just going to lose the base.
But that's the thing, with this Rapier and the Mjolnir on the Nature Prophet, they've got the tools to wave clear. They have got the tools to hold back the
they absolutely do, but the problem is that if, for whatever reason, Navi decide to just ignore the other lanes and just go down again, you're not going to be able to do like the treant wave cutting thing again, because your trees will just die, or you have to like kite them around or whatever. I guess you can still do it, but it's not going to be as effective.
Oh, look at that stat. The earliest in Ember Spirit ever in a professional Dota 2 game.
In the history of Dota. Wow. Nah, it's necessary though.
It absolutely. I mean, 617 as well. He's been playing a really, really good game, Ramses. He's definitely one of the star players for Empire's roster here.
Yeah, this is going to be a really, really hard push to stop, though, even with Rapier damage.
Yeah.
If that was a Daedalus instead of a Crystallis, I'd say they might have a good shot at stopping this.
I mean, a lot of this as well, we've talked about this earlier, in terms of controlling that Ember, you're looking at Dendi to get the RP on it.
Yeah, he's the only one.
Dendi hits that RP.
But I don't know if they have to control the Ember, though. I mean, if they just all-in commit to the push and just go for buildings, they might be able to just kill it before Ramses can kill them. But that's a hard thing to do as well, because then you need buybacks. If they go for like this slow siege, it's not going to work. The slow siege will get pushed back by Ember Sleight of Fist, for sure. It's like trying to go high ground against a Zeus. You know, he just zaps you down, and then you have to keep using Healing Ward and Voodoo Restoration to keep yourselves high health. I suppose they can let the Manta Illusions chip the tower down, and then maybe decide if they want to go for the all-in after that.
I mean, do they just look towards Roche, really, before they try for the next
Yeah,
thing,
they can go for Roche, too, for sure.
So we're going to see how much...
It might be the safest thing. In a lot of circumstances, against Ephirian, it's harder to go for Roche because the lanes are usually getting pushed out, but since you already have 2 sets of racks, the Roshan play is a lot easier, because Afterlife can't push both lanes at the same time anymore. He has to pretty much sit in one, so yeah, Roshan's probably the safest thing. Or they could just kill the Ember and end the game.
And that's GG.
Yeah, that's a Blink RP Shadow Blade game winning item.
That's a bit upsetting, really. We were ready for some kind of big thing, and then Dendi RP's the Ember, and the game's over. Alright.
He's like, nah, I'm just gonna win now.
Yeah.
And the
I mean, that works. That works.
Yeah.
Poor Weapons. He caught the end of it there, but you can't blame him. I mean, that game was over just like that. That game.
Alrighty.
Oh, man. That was that
Really
was
cool
just
stuff coming out from Navi.
Yeah, it was. That was
I mean-
a nice strat.
Truthfully, Empire made a lot of mistakes to let the game go down the way that it did.
Yeah.
And I think it just comes back to them thinking